What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hustle Every Day. Today I'm taking a look at my wastegate actuator on my 7.3 turbo diesel. It is my company truck, and there's a few tips and tricks I wanted to show you on how I did it. I wanted to show you the C-clips that I use. Somebody's got a car alarm going off. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, now that they're done with that, let's get back to this wastegate actuator. Again, I'm going to show you what I did to get it installed, the tools I used, and then show you how I got the C-clip off, which I noticed a lot of people have problems with. And most importantly, I want to show you where I purchased the replacement E-clips or C-clips, whatever. They have different names. I call them C-clips, but on the package it's called E-clips. Show you where I got them for a really good deal. And you get a bunch of extra ones at that. So I want to start off by showing you the actual wastegate actuator, show you, I've already installed it, but I'm going to give you a quick little run through, and like I said, I think it's going to help a lot of people. All right, so there it is. That is the installed wastegate actuator. What this does is essentially when you get enough pressure, that I'm shining the light on with the black cap right there. Once you get enough pressure, it pushes through a diaphragm that is in the metal thing right there. And then, there we go. And then that diaphragm pushes that rod, it's right there, it pushes that rod outward, and then it moves that little lever right there, and your wastegate is down underneath there, which then opens up and relieves the pressure. So to get it off, you have two little bolts. One's right there and one's right there. And it can be a little hard to get into with your intercooler intake tubing. So it just be kind of tough to get back there. Also, the push rod that's back there makes it tough to get that second bolt. So let me show you exactly what I used to get back there. It really made it pretty easy. And I wanted to mention that little piece right there, that is where the E-clip or C-clip is going to attach to. So this is the tool right here that I use to get back there. There's a number of companies that make these. I use this one. You could probably even use a hand ratchet if you wanted to, but the biggest aspect to getting back there was this guy right here. This allowed me to get around that push rod. It does take a 10 millimeter socket. They are 10 millimeter nuts. There's, like I showed you, two of them back there. So the first one's pretty easy to get to, but the second one, you've got to get, let's see if I can show you again. You've got to get around that metal rod back there, and yeah, you can see it pretty well back there. So you've got to get around that metal rod, and to do that, like I was saying, this really helps. So go to Harbor Freight or somewhere like that, pick you up a cheap set of these. They're like $5 or $6, and it's going to make your life so much easier. Now, in regards to the C-clips or E-clips that I used, or that I'm getting ready to use, I haven't actually used them yet. I picked those up at Harbor Freight also. I am a big fan of Harbor Freight, but just in doing a little research, I noticed that Amazon wanted quite a bit. Your auto parts stores wanted quite a bit for them. And at Harbor Freight, I was able to pick up this pack of 300 E/C clips for $6.99. Now, what you're going to need is the 1/4 inch. And let's come down here, 1/4 inch. We have 50 of them. So on Amazon, you were looking at paying something like $7.99 for 4 or 5 of them. You get 50 of them for $6.99, and then you also get all these other sizes. And just to show you exactly what comes in here, let's see, these right here are the 1/4 inch. Check these out. I mean, you get some really nice E-clips in here for $6.99. So that would be my recommendation in terms of where to get your replacement E-clips for that little guy right there. Also, I wanted to show you what I use to get the C-clip off, because I hear a lot of people, I've read in a lot of forums, They're basically saying, how in the heck do I get this this thing off? It's kind of far back there. It's tough to get it off. A lot of people, I think they don't want to lose it. They're afraid to drop it because they don't know where to get the replacement, which now you do. But let me show you what I did to get it off. All right, so me knowing that I was going to get some replacement C-clips, I just said hell with it. Took my persuasion tool here. I got up underneath it and I just popped it up. It was really that easy. I did have to do it a couple times, but other than that, it popped right off. Mine broke in half, so it was probably pretty old and corroded. But more than anything, I was just happy when I heard the sound of that thing hitting the ground, because I was one of those people that tried for probably 30 minutes to get it off before I thought to myself, why not just get some new ones and do what I needed to get that one off. So that's definitely the way to do it. Don't worry about saving the old one. It's probably rusty. It's definitely old if you're working on something like a 99. I know a lot of other cars use them, but again, $6.99, you get 300 of them. Save yourself some time, some backache, and just go ahead and pry it off with a screwdriver. All right, guys, so as you can see, the C-clip is on there. Now, that little brass piece right there that's connected to the silver rod, I did take the brass piece off the old one. You may have to do that because the hole that little metal rod goes through is too small on the new one that I purchased. So anyway, you see where that little C-clip goes. I'm going to show you what I did to make it pretty easy. All right, guys, so again, these are the 1/4 inch. After trying to put one of these 1/4 inch on, I realized that it was a little bit too wide right here. It just wanted to fall off. So I tried the 3/16, and that was quite a bit too small. Nothing I did, I kept dropping them. Nothing I did would allow me to get them on. So let me show you what I did, and I'm pretty sure it's on very secure. I tried to pop it off, and it seemed as hard as the original to get off. So again, let me show you what I did here. So what I did to make that C-clip or E-clip fit on that little piece and not want to fall off, it was really very simple. So there's the 1/4 inch E-clip. Took my new nose pliers and put it like that, and then I just squeezed a little bit. It may take you a couple times because you don't want to close it too much, but what I did was make the 1/4 inch just a little bit tighter, and it snapped right on there. I just used my thumb. I just essentially put my thumb against the back of it and pushed, and it snapped on, and it really, I mean, I heard the click, but you can probably see the difference here. This is the one I just pinched, and this is the regular 1/4 inch. So, oh, one more thing I wanted to show you. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad I am remembering to bring this up to you guys. This is really important. All right, guys, thanks for sticking around this long. I know you'll be glad you did, because this is going to make all the difference in getting this thing installed. So this little arm, as I was explaining earlier, this guy right here, it moves out that way. And that's a little lever right there. Right now, that lever is completely closed. That's your wastegate lever. But as that lever moves back that way, it releases the pressure in your wastegate. Now, this rod right here needs to be far enough back that it's keeping that all the way closed. If you install this and you have that open at all, you're essentially going to be releasing your turbo pressure the whole time you're driving. So you won't gain any boost until you're a lot higher RPMs. And then when you do, it's not going to be near the boost that you're looking for. So let me show you. It's called preloading. And you want to put this on to where it's not able to fit up on there. So this little rod will actually, this little hole that goes over that rod there, the hole will actually be somewhere back here, and you're going to have to extend it out and fit it over that rod. Now the thing is, the spring that's inside that diaphragm right there is extremely tight, and you're going to pull and you're going to tug and you're going to do everything you possibly can to get this rod out so that you can get it hooked on there. And you're probably going to find that with all your persistence, you're not going to be able to get it. So let me show you what I used. I love it. I think it's good. So here it is. So this is the tool that made my life easy. It's an air gun. Regular old air gun hooked up to an air compressor, but I put this little bit of tubing I think it's gas line or something like that on the end of it. And then what I did was, where that little line connects right there, instead of plugging that in, you plug in this, and then you squeeze, let some air out, and much like your turbo, when you let the air out, or when you're pushing the air from your air compressor through, it's going to release that rod, and that rod is going to extend out that way. You're going to have to hold it at a pretty consistent pressure. Having two people could help, but I did it on my own. And when that rod gets where you need it to be, boom, slam it down up, or not the rod, whatever. When that piston rod, whatever you want to call it, gets to where it's over that little connecting rod right there, slam it down, get it on there, and then it'll be pulling pretty tight to the point where it's going to be hard to get off anyway. But again, it's still good to go ahead and put that little C-clip on there, because if your wastegate actuator stops working, then essentially your engine cannot relieve its excess turbo boost, and you very well could come into engine failure. So with that said, I hope that helps you out. Good luck with this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have done this, or guys or gals have done this, what tricks you used and what trials you ran into. And you know, if this video helped you, please do like it, maybe subscribe, but at least like it. I'd really appreciate it. Other than that, have a great day, folks. I'll see you on the next video.